Hello everybody, welcome to this video. In this tutorial, we're going to learn about another suprasegmental feature, that is rhythm. First, let's learn what stress-time rhythm of English is. English is a stress-time language, and in such type of language, there is a tendency for stressed syllables to occur at regular intervals. So the amount of time that it takes to say a sentence in English depends on the number of syllables that receive stress. In the following examples, you see that three monosyllabic words, birds, eat, worms, are stressed. Even if we add other words like the articles or auxiliary verbs, again, it takes the same amount of time to say the new sentences. The reason is that through all these examples, just the three words birds, eat, worms are stressed. Now let's try and read them. You can pause the video whenever you like and then repeat after each sentence. Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. The birds eat the worms. The birds will eat the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms. To have a clear understanding of English rhythm pattern, let's compare the rhythm of English with the rhythm pattern of a syllable-timed language. As the name suggests, in a syllable-timed language like Farsi, the speakers spend the same amount of time to say every syllable of the words in a sentence. There are two examples provided here. In the first one, a sentence is mentioned using the rhythm in a stress-timed language, that is English. In the second sentence, a rhythm that is characteristic of syllable-timed language like Farsi is adapted. So let's try them. The first sentence. I see an apple and an orange. I see an apple and an orange. The second example. I see an apple and an orange. I see an apple and an orange. So native English speakers prefer to hear the sentences that are following the rhythm in English. It means the ones that are following the sentence stress patterns in English. So what is sentence stress? Sentence stress refers to various stressed and de-stressed syllables of each sentence. Therefore, if anyone wants to have a good rhythm of English in his speaking, he should have a knowledge of the word stress and also a knowledge of the words that are de-stressed in a sentence. Let's read these two examples. She doesn't like to hurry. She doesn't like to hurry. Her father cleaned the basement. Her father cleaned the basement. As you noticed, some words in these two examples were de-stressed, like she, her, to, the. So what is the reason? To find the reason, we need to know what content words and function words are. The words that carry the most important information in a sentence are called content words, like the nouns or the main verbs. The function words, on the other hand, are small grammatical words, like articles, auxiliary verbs, personal pronouns, possessive adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, prepositions, and conjunctions. Look at these three sentences. Try to find the function and content words. You can pause the video, and once you are ready, we can read them together. I should go to school. I want my brother to win. It's not the best idea. All right, let's go and learn the rhythm in idiomatic phrases with and. So, what is your guess? Which words in these sets of phrases take a stress? The one before and or the one after and? Take your time. Well, yes, the second word, the word after and, takes a stress. It is pronounced louder, higher in pitch, and longer in duration. Let's read them together. Ups and downs, ins and outs, right and wrong, shoes and socks, salt and pepper. Once more. Ups and downs, ins and outs, right and wrong, shoes and socks, salt and pepper. Well, I would like to take a moment and reiterate the purpose of this lesson. Rhythm, like other suprasegmental features, helps the listener to understand what you as a speaker is saying. So it is very important for the speaker to apply the correct rhythm in their utterances when they are speaking with native English speakers. Otherwise, they would have hard time understanding what they say. Let's compare two examples. The first one is ins and outs versus ins and outs. Well, as you notice, the first one sounds natural. It means it is the way that native English speakers are tuned to and they are accustomed to hear. And they'll easily understand what you as a speaker say. But if you say a sentence like, I know the ins and outs of the new lesson, they would have hard time understanding what you say. So the correct form is, I know the ins and outs of the new lesson. Next rule is for acronyms. Rhythm in acronyms. Well, every day we use many acronyms in our speaking. Specifically, on campus, the instructors, the students, the professors, they use many acronyms in their reading and in their speaking. And just imagine that if an international teaching assistant applies wrong rhythm on one of these acronyms, the students might not understand what he or she is saying. So it is very important to learn the correct rhythm of the acronyms. I have provided two examples here. Can you guess which syllable takes the stress? Take your time. Yes, the last syllable takes the stress. It means it should be pronounced louder, longer, and higher in pitch. So these two acronyms are pronounced like US, WHO, US,
WHO. Now let's read the following sentences and then record them. Take your time. Let's read them together. Precision medicine is diving into DNA. He completed his first year with a 3.7 GPA. They recruited 7 ITAs for this semester. Once again, precision medicine is diving into DNA. He completed his first year with a 3.7 GPA. They recruited 7 ITAs for this semester. Let's practice. Please take your time. Read these lines silently. If you like, you can pause the video and record your voice. Well, now first let's discuss the theory of rhythm. As we learned, the content words are the ones that should take the stress. For example, in the first line, the word minute dropped out, stop, taking, required classes, they are the content words. And when we get back to the word, for example, drop out, since it is a compound word and we have this knowledge that the stress on compound words, let's say on compound verbs, falls on the second part, the word out takes the primary stress and the word drop takes the secondary stress. So to give you a better vision, we can get to the next slide and see how they look. Yes. As you see, the underlined words, they are the ones that take the primary stress. Out, didn't, because the negative words take the primary stress. And in, for the same reason, because it is what? Because it is compound verb. Let's read the whole sentence together. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked interesting. Let's do it again. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked interesting. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video.